Ever since I started coming under these Leadership Vistas trainings, there's something special that happened into my church automatically. Because when I went back with all the reading materials, I was able to gather all my church leaders, starting from the choir leaders, the deacons, the women ministry, the men ministry. My church never remained the same in such a way that I got a new picture from my people, of which I never saw before. I saw a lot of people getting involved in the work of God, because most of these people surely had their gifts inside of them, but they were hidden. No one was like kind of trying to kindle the light of fire of the Lord and show them that, hey, you can do this. But when I kept on coming under the Leadership Vistas trainings, and got all these materials and applied them, because whenever I would come to the conference, learn and then go back and apply them, teach my church. Actually, something very interesting that I will never forget. I remember one time when I had gone back after these conferences, I was able to be invited by a certain prison officer to come and minister into the prison. And so I had trained some of my leaders using these notes that I received from the conference. So we went as a team into the prison. We preached to them. We shared with them through the notes that we had gotten from these conferences. And to be sure to you, I saw 150 prisoners coming to Jesus Christ. The same week, we were invited to go and minister in a certain school. It was a Muslim school. It's called Nyamitanga Muslim School. It's there. This, as I'm talking right now, when we went there to preach the gospel to that school, for the first time, I saw a number of 50 students who were Muslims coming to Jesus Christ. Because remember, in these notes, we had been taught how to share to non-believers, how to handle the people who never knew Jesus before, how to come to them. Because we never went there as preachers. God gave us wisdom that we had gotten from all these books. So I went there as a counselor with my team, and all of a sudden we began to add in some scriptures and sharing with them the love of Jesus Christ. And all of a sudden I saw all these ladies, young ladies, and all these men who had their veils and hats coming to receive Jesus Christ. That is why LVIM Leadership Vistas has been such a great blessing. You can't believe how my ministry has been turned up, and great things have happened. My life has not remained the same. The church has not remained the same. The community where I live right now, I have people who are Catholics, former Catholics, I have people who are Muslims coming to the church. I couldn't believe this before, because when I went back and shared what I had learned from all these materials and shared them with my church, I got a lot of other people who were able to join me to do this work. So as I'm talking right now, by the time I first came to the Leadership Vistas conferences, my church had a membership of 50 people. We were like 50 in church. But as I'm talking right now, my church is going to 200 and plus. We have opened up other branch churches around the different communities. And people are coming to us because we now have what to feed people. In the beginning, it's as if I was limited. My knowledge about the Bible was limited. And now my knowledge about the Bible is now increased. We now regularly go to the prisons. As I'm talking now, it's almost 2 years, and we have almost like 300 and plus prisoners. I've seen men coming to the church saying we met them in the prison. Great men, great women. The government officials had been imprisoned, the ones we found in the prisons and spoke to. We saw graduates coming out of school because of the ministries that we have been taking there. So to be very obvious, Leadership Vistas has been such a great blessing to me, to my church, and to the whole community. You can't believe how the community has changed. You people sometimes, when you are there supporting us to come to these conferences, you may think that maybe what you're doing something very little. But I want to let you know that the support you give us, the leadership trainings you have given us have impacted almost the whole country. The fire of the Lord that we have come out with from all these conferences are impacting communities. A lot of people are changing. There are people you don't know, you have never seen. There are areas you have never gone to, but because of your support, nations are changing. We have been able to reach out to different places. So Leadership Vistas trainings are so great. God bless you so much. Amen. Going back to the grassroots of the Leadership Vistas, there are a lot of things I can talk about leadership, because I personally, my level of maturity in leadership has gone to another level. My church has gone to another level. I now have several churches that I've begun using these notes and the trainings I've gotten from Leadership Vistas. Something more important about that, in our community, in our town where I live, I was chosen by about 150 pastors to be their leader. Because of the leadership skills and capacity they saw in me. They couldn't see this before, but after joining Leadership Vistas trainings and knowing the leadership for the kingdom, I automatically, there's something that happened upon my life which I can't even know myself. There's something that happened. My life never remained the same. My leadership skills never remained the same. So as I'm talking right now, I'm leading 150 pastors and leaders just because of Leadership Vistas trainings. Because people see, I think, they see abilities in me. They see knowledge about the Word of God in me. The church I lead, before I joined these trainings, I used to work hard so much. I was almost toiling up. No one was assisting me. But because of Leadership Vistas, training leaders for His kingdom, I've seen a lot of leaders now mushrooming in my church. I can now stand and say, hey, you do this, you do that. And I come over to oversee, to help here, to help there. I now see a lot of leaders coming out. And as I'm talking right now, God has blessed my life. God has blessed my ministry. May the Lord bless Leadership Vistas Ministries, everyone who supports this ministry. Let me tell you, you are sowing the seed to a great fertile soil. Your blessing has impacted the whole world. Thank you so much. God bless you.